Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. It's the Crazy Krookodiles versus the Heavenly Heatrans in the next match of week number 3. The Heatrans going with their Calyrex Shadow on the field. While I believe it's the first showing of the mystical Pokemon Zarude. Haven't seen this Pokemon in battle, so let's see how it does here tonight. As Calyrex is going to start things off and tries to use an Attract. That does not work. Zarude is not interested as it goes for an attack with a Dragon's Breath. Now that could paralyze. We'll see if it works in their favor. Dragon's Breath not doing a lot of damage. It was a crit too. That's kind of disappointing for a critical hit. It does not get the paralysis either. So Calyrex gets to go again. This time it's going to go for a defense curl, preparing itself for the rest of the battle, raising up its defenses, being better able to take physical attacks. Here we go, Zarude with this Metronome now, going for Stuffed Cheeks. Although, I believe you need to have a berry. I don't know if Zarude has a berry or not, but it did not work for it, so that's gonna fail. There goes the payback. That's, of course, not very effective against the Dark-type Pokemon. Not a lot of strong moves coming out in this particular battle. Neither team can really seem to get the upper hand. Zarude's going for the Meteor Mash. That finally does a bit of damage to Calyrex. Still not a lot, though. Although it seems to have the upper hand so far, being able to do a little bit more damage than the Calyrex has. Here comes the Ice Shard. That would be super effective, but again, a weak attack. I mean, you might as well take away that super effectiveness. It didn't do anything. And Zarude's gonna go with a Parasong, so it looks like the Krookodiles, after being unable to really deal a lot of damage, are just gonna go for the Parasong. That's gonna force both Pokemon to faint in 3 turns and force both teams to move on to the next one. And that just seems to be the plan from the Krookodiles. There was the Bolt Beak coming from the Calyrex. Again, resisted move, not doing a lot of damage, just each side chipping away at each other, it seems. And there goes the Grassy Glide. Now that's at least stab and finally a good amount of damage done. Calyrex in the yellow right now. And here we go, a Healing Wind. Oh, Calyrex just gonna knock itself out. Remember to subscribe and hit that like button if you're enjoying these battles so far. And Calyrex is going to be the first Pokemon to go down with a Healing Wish. You never want to see that because rarely is it useful in these Metronome battles, so it just knocks itself out. Although the Crazy Krookodiles aren't going to have that much of an advantage. Zarude's raising his defense, but his Paras count is at 1, so that is kind of a pointless move, as Zarude's going to faint in the next turn no matter what, unless it swaps out. The Heatrans are going to go ahead with their Mewtwo. And we'll see what the Mewtwo can do on the battlefield now. It is the fastest. It's going to go ahead and start with the Bulldoze. Bulldoze, not very effective. Not doing a lot of damage. And there's Zarude. Goes ahead and uses a Defog. Is Defog the one that does damage? I know one of them does damage. No, it doesn't. Which one does damage? I don't remember. Zarude's gonna go down to the Paras count though. And that is the first Pokemon down for the Krookodiles. So now we're on Pokemon number 2 for both these teams. Regidrago being the Pokemon for the Krookodiles. See if it can do a better job than its partner. His partner really failed at everything. Here we go, Regidrago now. Gonna try and retaliate. He goes for a false swipe. Not the best way to retaliate from the Regidrago. And then Mewtwo's has leftovers, it seems, which is kind of overkill, as Mewtwo heals back up some of that HP. So Krookodiles really have to deal a lot of damage. Otherwise, that Mewtwo's gonna be in the field for a while. It's gonna go up for a bounce. So Mewtwo goes up in the air. And it's going to avoid the next hit by the Regidrago. But Regidrago's smart, actually goes for the coil. Using this turn to set up, it's the best choice in this situation. So it's going to raise its attack, its defense, and its accuracy. as Mewtwo's gonna come down with the bounce next time, and that still does a decent amount even with the raised defenses. No paralysis on it, and Regidrago gets to go for an Ice Fang. There we go, Mewtwo building back up that HP. The Krookodiles really got to do something about it. Regidrago seems to be struggling. Mewtwo now going for a guillotine. If it lands, it didn't land. One hit KO move if it does land. And there goes the power whip from Regidrago. Oh, that did some damage. That's what the Krookodiles were looking for. Mewtwo in the yellow now. Regidrago finally able to do something that did damage to this Mewtwo. Mewtwo now goes for the X-Scissor. X-Scissor, it's a decent move, doing a little bit of damage to the Regidrago. Not a whole lot. Regidrago does get to take its turn going for a Fairy Lock. Of course, that makes each Pokemon not able to escape. So there will be no swaps, at least in the next turn. And there we go. Mewtwo on the offensive again. It goes for Play Rough. That's going to be super effective. Can Regidrago stand it? It does. It hangs on with 11 HP, but that was a big hit. Way to go for not fainting there. It was a chance that it did, but it wastes its turn with a Magnet Rise. Lets you think Mewtwo's going to go for an Earthquake. I don't see the point in that as Mewtwo continues to heal itself back up. It's going to be back in the green. You really want to... It did a lot of damage with the Power Whip, but unable to capitalize on it. Mewtwo going first again with the first impression. This is like the 8th impression, so that move's going to fail as Regidrago gets another chance to attack. This time it goes for a Bolt Strike. Now that can actually do some damage. Bolt Strike, it does. Mewtwo hanging on with just a little bit of HP now, and it's paralyzed. Might actually be slower than the Regidrago. We'll see what happens. Here we go. Regidrago is now faster due to the paralysis, so good move last turn. And there goes the Fissure. It tried for its own one-hit KO move. It is avoided, unfortunately, and Mewtwo gets to try the Venom Drench, which is going to fail because no poison. Also, why use a one-hit KO move when your opponent's already in the red? That was a bad move choice by the Krookodiles, if you really think about it. And here we go, Regidrago gets to move forward with a Stun Spore, but Mewtwo is already paralyzed. You gotta wonder what is their thought process? What are they doing? Mewtwo tries for the Drill one, and I'm gonna eat my words here. I said the Magnet Rise was pointless, but that did save Regidrago right there, as it doesn't get knocked out because of it. And now it goes for a Tackle. One of the weakest moves in the game, but actually does way more than you would expect as Mewtwo gets knocked back into the red. There goes an Acid for Mewtwo. That's gonna land. I think that'll do it. Regidrago goes down. At the end of the day, it actually did a decent job against this Mewtwo, but with the leftovers, you never know. Mewtwo could still be in it for the long haul if the Krookodiles can't get their Garchomp to really get things together. There we go. Garchomp now on the field. Last Pokemon for the Krookodiles. Garchomp going ahead with the Strength. That could do it for him. Strength is going to hit. Mewtwo does go down to that. So it's about an even match as the Heatrans move on to their last Pokemon as well. All tied up between these two teams. As the Calyrex, their second Calyrex, the ice version, is going to come out on the field. Of course, Calyrex will not allow the other team to eat berries. Keeping that in mind, that can definitely help them through some of these battles. There are a lot of teams that have berries on their Pokemon. There goes the Fairy Wind. Fairy Wind. One of the weaker moves, going to do a little bit of damage to the Calyrex as it gets to go now with a Beat Up. Of course, that move is better used earlier in the battle. Will only hit once since Calyrex is the only Pokemon on the Heatrans at the moment. There goes the Garchomp. Garchomp going for a minimize. Not a bad idea. Minimize going to make it harder to hit the Garchomp. And at the end of the battle, what better way to survive than making yourself unable to be touched? There goes, and there you go. That move was missed right there. I believe it was a Petal Blizzard. Unable to hit the Garchomp due to the minimize. There goes a Blizzard, which honestly, Ice type move is the worst type of move you can use against an Ice type Pokemon. It's like one of the only things they resist is Ice. So very bad move by the Krookodiles there. Calyrex still unable to hit the Garchomp. Garchomp maybe will be able to capitalize on it. We'll see. This time it goes for a Rock Polish. Gonna make itself faster, needlessly. Just a waste of a turn, giving Calyrex another opportunity to do some damage. This time it goes for a Simple Beam. Actually, that is not going to be that useful. Simple Beam does get rid of the rough skin, so now Calyrex can make physical contact, but Simple will allow the Garchomp to double up on any stat boost that it gets. There goes the hold back from the Garchomp. That will hit, but again, not a strong move. Garchomp chipping away at the Calyrex at the moment. As Calyrex goes for a Smart Strike. Smart Strike, the first hit that Calyrex really was able to do against this Garchomp, and it does a decent amount of damage. Garchomp now with T-Time. No one dug into berries. I wonder if Unnerve had anything to do with that. Does Unnerve stop T-Time? That's a good question. Here comes the Powder Snow. It's 4 times effective and stab. Powder Snow's not even that strong of a move, but Garchomp knocked all the way down to 24 HP. That's all it needed, a stab, super effective move against this Garchomp. And that's the problem with those 4 times weaknesses. When you have 4 times weaknesses, it's always a glaring problem on your team, as Garchomp is gonna have to try to recuperate from that. It goes for a Metal Claw now. That's super effective as well. Metal Claw hitting hard, but Calyrex able to stay above half health. And there it goes. Calyrex goes for the Endeavor. Doesn't affect the Garchomp. Yeah, that doesn't work out. I believe Endeavor makes the other Pokemon's HP equal to yours or something like that. There goes Oblivion Wing coming from the Garchomp, trying to heal back some HP. Not a bad idea. Oblivion Wing putting Calyrex in the yellow and giving Garchomp some health back. It's back in the yellow as well. Match is evening up a bit. We'll see what Calyrex chooses to do. It goes for a Vital Throw. Vital Throw is going to land. It is enough. Garchomp goes down, and that makes the Heatrans the winner for their third match of the season. Did you enjoy the battle? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you hit the like button as well for more Metronome Madness League, and subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content. I have solo runs and other interesting projects coming up in the future, so make sure you guys check that out. And with that being said, I will catch you next time.